So you want your Dark Brotherhood characters to stand out and have a glow up. Well, you know exactly what to look forward to in this video. So we know that Skyrim NPCs are a little... Well, let's take a little bit of time to improve the Dark Brotherhood NPCs. So welcome everybody back to the ultimate Dark Brotherhood overhaul. There's not really an order to watch these videos in, so I'll remind you at the end of this one to watch my other one if you haven't already, so don't worry too much about that. We can go directly into the mods. The Dark Brotherhood's attire is important, as it's the last sight a target will see before they die, and you want that image to haunt them as their soul is sent to oblivion, which is why we are starting with the armor. I always thought that the Dark Brotherhood armor had great potential, but I always felt like a Spider-Man with no ass. Like, what is this spandex looking thing? I also thought that the armor in Oblivion or even the Thieves Guild armor looked better, but boy, is that going to change now. Here's Dark Brotherhood armor, changing how every member's armor looks, and it's so sinister, so simple. It looks as if it's super easy to move in, and it's exactly what I've been looking for. I would also like to add that I also have the HD texture version that you can also download separately, which just makes the textures look a little crispier. There are definitely other options available, especially if you would like to get armors for the player only, and we'll get to that. But this is what I'll be using for my Dark Brotherhood uniforms moving forward. Now if you want to have that armor for the other members, but you yourself want to get something special, because you're my special little listener, I got you. In that case, you might want to check out Dark Brotherhood Mail, a really cool, heavier looking armor, very similar to the Ebony armor, but way more badass. I really think this is worth taking a look at. Now, continuing with the trend of you yourself being unique, obviously because you're a special snowflake, aren't you? I would also have Sithis Armor to recommend. This mod is just mwah. Not only does it come with a sick armor set that comes in both light and heavy versions, but it also has its own matching weapons. Now, all of that can be crafted at a forge if you're high level enough, and I gotta say, it's worth getting that smithing grind for this set. This armor looks as it belongs to a good member of society that does definitely not violate any criminal code whatsoever, obviously. Moving on from the armors, let's take a look at the NPCs and improving how they look. There are many mods to choose from, especially for the more popular characters such as Astrid, but here are some of my favorite picks. I think we can all agree that Vanilla Astrid is a little, how can I put this nicely? Ugly as f***. If you're looking to get Astrid to look like how I have her in my game, I am using Cold Sun's World NPC packs, and Astrid can be found in the 6th pack. Now, I'm personally not a big fan of the Karen haircut, but I do feel like it fits Astrid's character quite well, given that she's a total bitch. I actually recommend checking out the other packs in the series as well, because it makes the female NPCs, you know, a little hot. Just a little hot, you know? For Astrid, there's another mod that I would like to show, which is Glam. Now, if I'm being totally honest, this is probably a look that I like a lot more, but I don't really want a character that I dislike as much as Astrid to be so cute. Am I an asshole? Don't answer that. When it comes to our Dark Elf sister, I also think that Cold Sun's World fits super well. She is attractive, looks mysterious, and I would definitely call her mommy. She also has a glam version in which she looks super cute, but just like Astrid, this is actually the main issue. She's too cute. I mean, I'm trying to make all of them look like serious assassins here. I'm not trying to make an isekai anime. Although that would be a good idea. One of the most interesting NPCs, not only in the Dark Brotherhood, but in the entire game, is Babette, a vampire child who is older than all the other brothers combined.
In truth, I'm no more a little girl than you are. I was once, of course, 300 years ago.
Too bad she looks just like all the other children in the game. But not with this mod. TK Children is a great mod in general, changing all the kids in the game so that you'll be able to tell them apart. But for the sake of this video, we'll only be focusing on Babette. The mod gives you the option to have these dark vampire eyes or normal eyes for her, but I don't even understand why that's even an option. The vampire eyes are mandatory if you have the slightest notion of common sense. It looks scary and amazing. Babette's appearance was the only thing she was missing. What character would be next, you think? Nazir? Nah, he cool. We'll get to him at some point, but for now, he can stay the way he is. Cicero! I've never even liked Cicero, to be honest. He's loud, weird, and just gives me a really weird vibes, but we gotta give him the spotlight now. Freedom or Freedom Cicero Replacer is a great overhaul for the character. I think it makes him look super interesting. He gives me evil mastermind vibes, and I feel like it's pretty accurate with how weird he is. It looks only a little weird when he starts humping the air, but that's still a clear improvement over his vanilla look. I mean, let's be real. I feel like calling Chris Hansen with this guy in the room. Moving on to the next character we'll be overhauling, it would be Arnbjorn, Astrid's husband. I always thought he looked ridiculous in his regular Dark Brotherhood armor, and he needs something more suited for the ripped beast that he is. Arnbjorn's new loincloth changes his outfit to something more suited for his character, showing off his muscles, and also it's lore friendly since he mentions taking a loincloth from a Khajiit monk at some point, and this is it. Immersive. When it comes to Nazir, my boy already looking fine, so there's not even a problem that there are no major mods to overhaul his look, other than a weird one to transform him into Nazim. Their names might be similar, but there's no justified reason to bring more Nazim into this game. But when it comes to his armor, I'm using Warmonger's Armory. It fits his look and has everything a Redguard assistant would want. I mean, those throwing knives are cool as hell. I tried to do a before and after for him as well, but when I uninstalled the mod, this is what I got. I mean, if this is vanilla, vanilla's better, I don't know what to say. Now for the last NPC replacer, I have better Shadowmere. Yes, I do consider this horse to be an NPC and not simply a mount with no emotions. Animals are friends, people. You tell them, Alfonso. What I like about this mod in particular is that it has a lot of variation, so you can download the version that you want. I personally went for the mundane version with a crazy Shadowmere Aegis saddle mesh. I have no freaking idea if I'm pronouncing this right, but with a horse that looks like this, do I even give a shit? And now, following this video, you have a Dark Brotherhood worth being proud of, until you get to that one quest where everybody dies. And this is why you should watch my previous video that focuses more on the Sanctuary and the quest related to the Dark Brotherhood. It will be available in one of these corners somewhere. You know what? I'll put it there. That corner. I never find the real corner, but that's the one today. And you are not allowed to leave until you leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I know it's cringy, but I gotta do it. I gotta ask people to do it, please, please. And on that note, I want to thank everybody for watching and interacting with the channel lately. I know I've posted a lot of weird community posts lately, but I'm really trying something out. I'm having a lot of fun writing them and seeing the results, especially to the polls, I mean. I know that a lot of you are simping for Yarballing. Honestly, me too. Not gonna lie, he pretty hot. But I'm really surprised that he's not for #1, honestly. I mean, Serana's good looking, but my boy ballin'. And now we're done. Click away, watch my other videos, bye. So I loaded up this older game called Skyrim. I started making videos people be admiring. Well, on one hand it gets pretty tough. I can't help to admit that it's some really cool stuff. I get back in the game after I played so many times. I thought it would get boring after committing so many crimes. Did you know the River Chicken is considered a person? Now that's a dumb feature that ruins my immersion.